Wow, Walsh, we're here. Jessica is here next to me, to my right, staring straight forward. She was recently bit by a spider. To the left of me is Dave Walsh. We're here for the second night in a row, Murph.
Yeah, and we get these kids back here too, which is really unnerving to hear so many children like screeching.
Well, as always, the Belly Ribbon Civic Arena is full of children. Tomorrow's a school day for some of them. Some are on spring break. But yeah, speaking of children, tonight's show is all about Spencer Morgan, Karate Hendricks, the fallout of last night, post-traumatic sadness disorder, PTSD. Like, we saw some insane stuff happen last night. Like, heroes were made.
I mean, who would have thought? Like, Karate Hendricks taking the 32-man tournament. You picked that one right in the beginning, but who knew that Miles Manhoof would be right there with him, and that he would become like, honestly, that was the most star-making performance I've ever seen in one night of action ever. That was incredible.
Miles beat Until Robert in a 100% match, Asana Rossi in like a 99% match, and then beat Dubois in another great match. And then I think ended up beating who was it?
I'd have to go look back because so much happened.
Tapas Tiempo.
Yeah, Tapas, who was on a goddamn roll.
Yeah, so much happened last night. So much happened. I mean, we saw Spencer Morgan was for a long time at the Men's Warehouse.
Yeah.
He was pretty much... He's not working there tonight. He got his shift off. He's just relaxing.
I mean, he had to drive all the way here. So he's here tonight. He's in action, as they call it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. Like, he was watching backstage. He was seeing a lot of stuff happen. And meanwhile, Boxing Bianchi and Discussion Davis are still arguing, which definitely leads into whatever we're about to see tonight. But for right now, we have a lot of time to talk about that. So for right now, it's scramble time.
Yeah, it's always scramble time with us in the beginning of our shows.
Oh, good to know. It seems like... oh, there we go.
Fight!
Wow.
We did it.
Wow. This is... I mean, if you look at this, there's... God, Picaporte really took off last night. He didn't make it past, the second round, was it? But still, I mean, nobody saw him getting that far and having that competitive of a night. Who else here was in this?
Fun Adams.
Fun
Vector Vang was very hurt. Oh, wow, the champion's already eliminated. Hans Schmidt. Jessica is stunned. Just very quiet, sitting next to him, staring forward. Maybe needs medical attention.
Yeah. She got bit by Discussion Davis's rabid, whatever it is, I think. I mean, Vector Vang had a tough night last night. He got pretty banged up. I mean, all these guys did. That's kind of
all they did. They all did.
All these guys got so hurt.
I think it's really interesting that the champion Hans Schmidt got immediately eliminated.
Like in a minute.
And yeah.
Maybe he just didn't want to hold that title anymore. He looked like he wanted to go out raving in that shirt. I don't blame him. I bet that means we are guaranteed a new champion. And conspicuous by his absence in this match is Asana Rossi, who we'll see later on in the evening.
Right. He's teaming up with his uncle for a hardcore match of all things.
Yeah, which is insanity.
But. Yeah. The dude really wants to prove his worth in things that are outside of the scramble match, which is a shame because he's great at scramble matches.
He is, but you know what? Last night, he really showed something too. I don't think anybody expected to see, Yasana Phil, he crushed for cheese steak, like just annihilated.
Oh, yeah.
But, Cheesesteak also was pretty badly injured coming into that match, but still.
Yeah, actually, Walsh, I believe that you have a listing of all the injuries. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised to see Vector Vang even fighting tonight at the beginning. He got so busted up by Raul. Wow, Fun Adams was pinned by Front Reed. I don't know if you have that data, the injury report.
So last night, Gene Green, immediately Ito did his spinning brainbuster on him, hit the back of his head on the apron, and fell down to the ground. And then Sledding slowly counted him out to 20 while he lay there unconscious.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Maybe more. Mike Miller took the Trudeau lock from Credit Lewis, and we heard two distinctive pops in his knee. He was screaming out in pain, as much pain as he could feel, as sloshed as he was. We've been told he's out for a good deal, like probably about a month. Little Jonesy got slugged in the face by Boxing Bianchi and just knocked him out in just under 2 minutes. He's suffering a little bit of a stinger. And then Fortran Cobol, Tapas Tiempo picked him up and gave him 2 giant lariats. His neck is pretty banged up right now.
My
He's
God.
out for a few weeks.
Earl Von Trell is out. Meet Meehan is already bloody. I don't understand why our ring keeps on not showing up. I need to go look into the settings because I'm selecting the correct one. So it's a little concerning.
I think Let Lou is probably a little bit... He gets really flustered when he has matches, and he has a match tonight. Granted, he is with Xylophonist.
Yeah.
Again, but it's against Discussion Davis, and I don't know why this match is happening. Discussion wants to beat 2 men in one night, I think. I don't really get it.
Well, that's the thing. I heard him in the back, and Bike still won't defend his title against a fellow belly ribbon guy. And so you know how Discussion is. He wants to be the champion, or he wants to set records. Like that's he's super motivated to a fault. Like he's a dick, and I like his motivation, but whatever. So he wants to become the first man to ever beat someone 2 men at the same time.
I mean, we've heard that
it's not even a handicap tag match.
Right. He just wants to beat up 2 men at once, which, it's still up for debate if 2 fixers are 2 men or just 1.
Right, but I think that the rest of the league is kind of letting this happen in order to figure out exactly what's going on with the Trios Championship, which is next Saturday, as we see Sledding Bianchi is refereeing.
And Sledding, there's been scuttlebutt backstage of that Bike because his dad gave such a good performance as a referee for 31 of the tournament matches last night. He wants to give his dad a title shot, which is like, he doesn't want to give Discussion, his teammate, a title shot, but has talked about giving his father, his flesh and blood, a shot. Sometimes I wonder what's going on.
This is why Discussion is pissed off. He wants to just hurt the fixers now. Like, it makes sense.
I don't blame him. I mean, no offense, Let. You are a good boy, but yeah, I get it.
We're actually kind of seeing a hell of a match play out here.
Yeah, Vector Vang is one of those guys that we didn't see in a lot of singles action, and he's one of those guys that got a shot last night. And you know what, man? He took it, and he put on a damn good performance.
Well, he got beat to hell.
He did, but that's, that's kind of one of those things. Like, sometimes that's what happens, and he put up a good match, put up a good fight against Raul Hernandez,
Almost pins Rostriani Brown there.
I mean, Raul hit him with a flying knee to the back of the head, and it's really hard to fight that off, but I don't know, I have more respect for Vector Vang after last night.
Well, it's hard to respect a guy, as we know, he's one of 2 bassists in the Steel Drum Band, and it's hard. It's just hard to respect him in general.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to respect bass players. That's for sure. But
they're 2 nights removed from a very successful gig.
Yeah. Let's be real here, though. Ron Lewis is another guy. Quite a decent performance last night. Karate Hendrix who ended up winning the whole damn thing, went 40 friggin' minutes with Ron Lewis. God, the tail end of the tournament, honestly, like it was.
We saw some of the best night of wrestling ever.
Yeah, it was like the third round of the tournament, their third match in, right before the semifinals. 40 minutes, like he went to the limit.
I would say pure wrestling-wise, that probably could have been our best show. Generic Tag is here. Hello. Generic would have to let us know and tell us that, but like we saw like 4 100 matches, I think, at least 3.
I mean, granted, that's what happens when you have 32 matches.
Sure.
And motivated men who don't usually get a shot. Like, you know, it was a cast of guys that sometimes just end up in these scrambles and just, you know.
They gave it their all.
Yeah, they gave it their all, and we walked away with some new heroes and some new perspectives, I think.
I do have to say that it is unfortunate, though, that I know you're a big karate fan, but it's like I wanted to see new blood. Oh my God! Meet me in lifts up front read into a pile driver position, and then Vector Vang kicks front read in the dick. That's some innovation.
Yeah, these guys. Vector Vang knows how to be a dick because he's a bass player.
Generic says 2 100 matches and 3 99s. Incredible. And we do have Murph here. Shout out to Murph. We're so happy after he wasn't here last night. Hello to everybody else in the chat.
You know, I mean, I can't state this clearly enough, but there's going to be a new Scramble champion.
Oh, yeah.
This is incredible. I mean, we lost the champion 1 minute in, but, you know, when...
Like, here we go on another, like, a 20-minute fight going on here.
Right. These guys go to the limit. Wow, front read throwing out a lot of big moves here.
Oh, Strauss-Granic Brown misses big.
What else is new?
Oh God, Strauss-Triani, like him and his little mouth are just getting thrown all across the ring. Like he's getting hit from everywhere. That's why these scramble fights are so crazy. You don't know when you're gonna get hit. You don't know if you're gonna get submitted. The WWE Champions mobile game. Oh, there goes Picaporte. Slammed to the outside. Meet me in.
Wow.
This oh, shooting star press completely whiffs.
Wow. Yeah, Vector Vang did not think that through.
Vector Vang and Front Reed. Front Reed seems like a guy who would be in the Steel Drum Band.
I don't know what he would even play, but yeah.
I mean, they probably do have an extra bass. Like, if they have anything extra, it's like a third bass.
Yeah, they bought a 3-pack at Costco.
What do they do in that case? Do they just play 1 note higher or like an octave higher?
I assume an octave. I
Yeah.
mean, that makes the most sense to me. I mean, Front Reed kicked out of that big spinning, like weird spinning front kick from Strauss-Triani.
Front Reed out. Vector Vang out. Strauss-Triani and Meet Me in. Damn.
Like in quick succession. This is just.
And the ins, like this guy, he's covered in blood. He has been for a while. Yeah. One thing I have to say,
him getting busted open.
I really appreciate how, like, if you're eliminated, they don't make a stink about it. They just get up and walk away. They don't even look back.
Yeah, they're gonna have to scramble their eggs somewhere else, and they understand that.
Oh wow, little mean just kind of jumps at him, yells at him for having a little mouth. Oh my God, slammed right on his neck, Strauss-Triani. What is gonna happen?
That's crazy.
Wow, little palm thrust there, knocks him down, and then he poses. Strauss-Triani has an extremely sexy body. We know that. He's a model. Look at that. He's got great abs. He looks good.
Yeah.
It's only his freakishly small mouth that holds him back.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the perfect V shape of a body, accentuated by his Calvin Klein tighty whities there. But, you know, he just really, you know, no headshots for this guy. You know
Never.
what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. He got Bike Bianchi, remember, into hand modeling. That's when Bike had his beard for a few months. Seemed very confident. Oh, super kick.
That confidence didn't last long, did it?
Poor Bike.
Well, Pike is the world champion right now, so I don't feel too bad for him. Although he does have to apparently fight Discussion Davis at some point, which I feel bad for him because nobody should have to fight Discussion Davis. He should just fuck off.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's a prick. I mean, I know that he might have had the greatest world title reign as a kickboxer. He has these accomplishments, but his one-mindedness for trying to attain championships, it's going to cost him friendships at this point, lifelong friendships that he's made with the Belly Ribbon Camp, and he's finally at the point where he's willing to throw it all away just for another title. I mean, mind you, the SCFLPro World Championship is an actual physical championship belt. We don't have many of those.
Right. There's only one, really. And keep in mind here, like, this is what we call a hangover show. Yeah. And last night was so crazy that we had to have just a small show, 8 fights or so, 9 fights maybe. But all of a sudden we're getting this crazy 30-minute war to open the show? Like, this is a classic. Have you been watching this?
Neither of these guys were in the tournament last night, so I think that they have something to prove,
3. Wow. Meet me in. Wins it.
Yeah, he went to that restaurant. He went to that well one too many times, going for the,
I believe he's in the dark hallway, all the way in the back. Wow. Incredible. Meet me in. Wins the Scramble Championship. That's an 84%er. I'm pretty blown away, Walsh.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
Next is Justice Turner and Blowhole Bernard against Emilio Ito and especially Esposito. This is kind of a nice classic tag match. I'm still, Zoroastriani, he really, him and Meet Me and went and gave it their all. I'm not sure why, but they did, and we have yet again a new scramble champion. As we march on and progress inevitably happens, you really have to respect Phil for being the only guy to defend the damn thing, and for winning it so many times. Yeah, you got to respect that. Nobody else has been able to pull that off. I mean, come on, Schmidt got knocked out here within a minute. Like, it's just he wasn't prepared for the match type. You can be the champion, get lucky once. Can you bring that over into real results? And he couldn't. Let's see what happens here. Meet Me In is a tough bastard. I think he has a chance of maybe holding on to it in the next show.
There we go. The logo is back in there with the blood from last match.
Yeah, this is some Shadow Realm shit right here.
Ito has been doing... I mean...
Ito had a great night last night.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, so many of these guys who went on to win a couple fights, like, that's saying a lot. It's like, wow, you won 2 fights in one night. Props to you. It's right, it's not this super heroic thing, like winning 4 or 5. But Ito was great.
He knocked Gene Green out cold.
Yeah. That was one of the highlights of the night.
And then Credit Lewis was trying to get fancy. Ito rolled him up, stole the win. He did what he had to do that, and then he did the same thing. He beat Boxing Bianchi. He made it to the semifinals, and Karate Hendricks ultimately did him in. But he's another one of those guys that really, we've only really known him in here as a guy who kind of scrambles once in a while. A guy who tags up once in a while, and we saw what he's capable of as a singles competitor. I was impressed. I'm glad that he hasn't forgotten his buddy, though. They're still tagging up here. They're still working together.
Yeah, and I'm looking over at some of the clips from last night. Like, my God. We saw some great stuff. We really
A
did.
lot of crazy stuff happened. I mean, that was...
Baby Hayes defeating Missouri. That was one of my favorite matches of the night. There was legitimately like 4 or 5 matches that just blew me away.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many of these happen. You get cynical. You get fucking cynical.
I mean, you know, it's one-night tournaments are a tricky thing. And we didn't really have any duds last night, which is pretty surprising to me. Even the squashes, the ones that went a couple of minutes, were wildly entertaining.
Especially Esposito's way outsized right now. Like, look at this. How can you...
These guys are monsters in comparison.
But he's fast. Snatches up that arm.
You know, he's got a pretty rich history with Blowhole here. They've competed in the octagon, wearing little gloves, boxing, which, you know, once again, the bike way. Yeah, they've definitely met in a lot of boxing matches. It's the classic case of power versus speed and finesse. And, you know, I think in wrestling it's an entirely different beast because, you know, you have a guy like Blowhole, he can just kind of manhandle him and get him to the mat and hold him down.
Look at him. Just, even Ito's just getting muscled down. Blowhole is just such a monster.
He is. But personally, I would love to see Ito compete on his own a little bit more moving forward, especially after this tournament. I mean, he was Final Four. You know, that's saying something. Our Final Four was Karate Hendrix, Mito Ito, Miles Manhoof, and Tapas Tiempo.
That is saying something. That's really interesting. That setup there. But you know, where does he even go? And you can say we're going to see a shoot fight later on tonight. I think the hardcore division has kind of been held up by like a few guys because not everyone's really willing to do that stuff.
Yeah, not many people are willing to put their bodies on the line as much as we've seen, like Zoning Zhang,
Missouri's.
Cooper,
yeah, like those dudes are just hardcore. Like,
and literally, Alex Thompson gave his life to be hardcore.
Yeah,
so.
He died. I mean, yeah, I mean, that was Lyme disease deathmatch gone wrong. But I mean, you've seen Justice Turner and Blowhole Bernard here. They've entered like maybe 1 or 2 hardcore matches.
Yeah,
maybe,
they seem to be
maybe 2.
More to the traditional matches, I think.
But I mean, they're tough guys, and that's just what I'm saying is like it illustrates the fact that these hardcore matches, they're not for everybody. We have a very big league, and not everyone is willing to go that route. So for these divisions to fill out, I wonder if immediately Ito, do you think that he's just going to have to, like, say fuck it and put on a jacket and go do it?
You know what? I personally think that him and like Tapas Tiempo and obviously Miles Manhoof, you know, if there's going to be a U.S. title match that happens next week between Karate Hendrix and Spencer Morgan, and honestly, there's going to have to be another contender. You know what I mean? And I feel like those two guys specifically, immediately Ito and Tapas Tiempo.
Ooh.
Well, and Miles as well. Yeah, like these 3 guys, like any one of them could challenge for that title directly after. I personally think that any of them are right in the mix, and you know, I don't think Ito has to go hardcore if he doesn't want to. Now, he's proven to be tough. He's proven that he can hurt people pretty damn bad. So I think he'd be fine. He'd hold his own, that's for sure. But I mean, I think part of what our hardcore division, like literally a man died in it.
Yeah.
And then we had the lengths that Zoning Zhang and Technology Cooper were willing to go to for that title. Not many people would be willing to get into a ring with a dead body, or go and interrupt a funeral and pull a body out of a casket and pin it. Like, the weird dedication these guys have to that title it speaks volumes for how crazy you have to be in that division, I think. And I don't know if he's that kind of crazy. If he is, more power to him. I think people are scared right now. You know, I think people are genuinely afraid. I mean, God, we saw those guys. We saw, you know, Technology Cooper and Zoning Zhang go an hour while the dead body was in the ring with them, basically.
Yeah. Well, it went for 40 minutes with a dead body.
40 minutes with a dead
or
body.
A man who's dying. My God, Esposito showing off. Earlier, he showed off his stiff boxing with the lead straight, and then now he's showing that he can also wrestle in a high-flying style, but he just gets muscled around.
Yeah, it's hard against these guys. These guys
this
are
is over. Oh, Esposito kicks out.
That's great. I mean, that jackhammer is. Not many people would be able to kick out of a large man like that.
Look at these dudes just going at it. My God.
I mean, Ito especially has been through hell, and I can't believe he's still active in this match. But, you know, you can definitely tell Esposito is trying to take a bulk of the damage here and do most of the work. But getting into a punch like a exchange like that with a guy this big takes balls.
Oh, big smash. Esposito going up top. My God, this guy can move. We need to see more of him.
I agree. That's what I mean. I think as good of a tag team as these two are, individually, they're pretty damn strong, too. That's what I mean. It's, you know, we have... Last night was special because we have, God, 80, probably like 70-something, 80 people who compete in this league.
And Kaizen is still coming, for all we know.
Yeah. And these guys don't always get a shot to show exactly what they can do. I mean, if you're in a scramble, there's not a lot of, you know, like you don't get a lot of work, a lot of camera time there. And it's, last night we get to see a lot of different stuff. Who knew that Miles Medhoof had that kind of heart, passion, and that people were so into knees, you know?
Oh, 2.9. This is close. The belly ribbon dudes are, this is a close fight. At first I thought...
These guys are a great tag team. They've always been a great tag team. We haven't seen them tag up as much lately. I mean, I believe they challenged for the tag titles against the Alt-Right and couldn't take it. But, you know, we're seeing here that these two guys still know how to work together. And even against two big powerhouses like this, you know, they know what they're doing.
Oh, huge slam. Esposito, save him. What are you doing? Oh, 2.9. My God. Esposito gets caught looking or something.
There was no Mama Dinner there to distract him, that's for sure, okay?
Ito showing that high-flying style.
I mean, he is a daredevil. He doesn't pull any kicks, I guess you could say. He is willing to put his body on the line, and I think that really showed last night. And he really he threw his all into it, and man, it was good.
I know that these guys are teammates in Belly Ribbon. Oh God, blowhole's going up top. Big double ham slam. The reason why immediately Ito and Esposito are a tag team, is it because they both have Ito in their name? Is that why Bike put them together?
So, but they do. But they've made the best out of it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
He survived that big right hand. Like that's, you know, that's what tag partners are for. And I have to wonder tonight. Discussion Davis is going to be going up against two men, and granted that the fixers, but you know, you can hit them with your big moves all you want. They're still going to have the ability to come in and kick them off.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. He wanted this, but the fixers beat Alex Thompson. Remember?
They did. They became the co-hardcore champion.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like a discussion. I mean, come on. This is a guy who went like 30 minutes with Dougie Middle. Like his head is not always in the game, and he might be the greatest of all time, but
it's just this weird confidence that he's constantly got, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, I get it, but this isn't kickboxing. You know, that's where he was the greatest, and he's, you know, dare I say, he fell off. He's, you know, he hasn't been at the same level. And I mean, let's also be honest here. The Philly Davis thing really didn't work out, especially when they met in a singles match afterwards, and Philly just knocked him out cold. And
now Ito's getting rocked. Goes for a ride. Huge suplex. Oh, Chainsaw, hello. The whole gang is here. Yeah, Chainsaw, welcome. We're doing a hangover show. So much stuff happened last night that we had to do more. We had to do more. Let Lou is, and that's what we were just talking about. Let Lou, who is running the SCFLPro account right now, he's fighting with Xylophone, a snap suplex. Discussion Davis, and that's Walsh. So Discussion then, let's say that he wins tonight. Is he just going to keep bugging Bike until Bike gives him a title shot? Like, what is going on with the world title?
I have no clue, and that is kind of the problem of getting involved with Bike.
Is Bike going to give... Cool, Chainsaw. Is Bike going to... is he going to fight his dad? He said that he thought that Sledding deserved a title shot for refereeing 32 matches last night. He got busted open 3 times.
I think it was 4 times, actually.
Oh, God. And they weren't always the same cut opening up.
No, he's just... I do give him credit for that, but...
Oh, there it is. The Brain Buster.
Oh, my God.
Do it.
I guess mine... Oh, my God.
3! Wow! Ito did it! Oh, whoa. Justice Turner's pissed. Esposito refused to come in. He's stepping on Blowhole. He's stepping on him. And he's talking shit. Man, that's a good win for Ito. Absolutely incredible. 98%. That was a great fight.
It was.
Whoa, that's what we saw last night. Spencer Morgan has the Uncle Sledding title. Next week he's going to be defending against Karate Hendrix. And then later on tonight, Walsh.
Yeah?
Let's see here. The Fixers.
Yeah, the Fixers, man. My God.
Discussion. There's a lot going on.
I still don't really get why the winner of this giant tournament gets a shot at the U.S. title, but Sledding, the referee from last night, should get a shot at the world title. Like, Bianchi logic is always really irksome. Irksome. I think that's the word for it.
We're actually going to change up something really quick. Trust me on this. Because I've been told that it's time for this right now. He's freaking out backstage.
Oh, no.
Offers Thompson is fucking thrilled that he's the .TV champion again. Man, Belly Ribbon's kind of in a nice spot right now. They were not in a good spot a while ago. Like a month or 2 ago, they had nothing. And now you got Offers Thompson is back on top as the .TV champion. You have the... Right there, the Belly Ribbon guys just won a tag match. Bike Bianchi's the world champion. Sledding might be getting a title shot. I mean, it's pretty incredible. And so, .TV rules. What are we seeing here, Walsh?
My God, we're seeing a lot of things, but
15-minute time limit.
15-minute time limit. We're seeing Credit Lewis, who made it to the second round of last night's tournament before. God, I'm trying to remember who beat him. It's so hard. Ito actually beat him. He rolled him up. But he's still... he popped Mike Miller's knee a couple of times last night.
Yeah, busted up his
proven
knee.
to be dangerous. But you know what? That win over Mike Miller was... I'm not sure Mike Miller's as good as Offers Thompson, and it took him 18 minutes to get there. So, 15-minute time limit. Come on, guys. Like, this is... He's not a quick worker, you know what I mean? He takes his time, methodical, and .TV is all about inflicting as much damage as possible unless you're the champion. Then you can stall all you want.
Right, but we also know that Credit Lewis can tear your knee apart at any given point.
Right.
He's like Rosemary Paul Harris. He's
Paul Harris,
but he's the Canadian version of that. Much more polite. Like, he will let go. as soon as
yeah,
he
he
tapped.
doesn't. He feels tremendously bad that he, like honestly, when he locked in the Trudeau lock, you heard
Trudeau lock.
pop, and it was just like he immediately let go after he tapped, he let go. He's not. He felt really bad. He was going, so sorry. But the damage was still done. He's not America Wright, who popped Raul Hernandez's arm and just didn't care.
Right. What a shame.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see them fight soon too.
That's interesting. And Offers is now like Freddie Fisher. Wow! Offers counters what looked like a Hurricane Rana. The big knee just knocks Credit Lewis through the air. But then he's going for that leg again. Offers is adding to his resume here. Granted, he only has his three like real wins in .TVs are all cage escapes. But like the man is amazing at cage fights. Like he can run away from people so well.
It's crazy because he is
undefeated.
He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest kickboxing champions of all time. Before there was Discussion Davis going on a run, Offers Thompson was the man.
He was the man.
And, he's fixated on this .TV title. I'm not sure why, but he's here. He won a tournament to get it. He beat Alex Thompson, which nobody expected. So
yeah.
I think he, you know what? It's one of those things where they talk about titles don't mean anything if the person holding it doesn't matter. And when it comes to the .TV title, there's been a lot of good champions, mind you, but none of them have the same prestige of an Offers Thompson. He brings such value to this title that it becomes a must-win. I mean, a guy like Credit Lewis wants a shot at him. When it was Freddie Fisher, was Credit Lewis interested? Freddie Fisher is a good hand and all, but he's not on the same level as a Offers Thompson. Offers is elevating this title again.
Sure.
He's
big slam to the outside there. But Freddie Fisher also, I mean, that's because Freddie Fisher is a sausage-eating weirdo.
He's a weird man.
Yeah.
Well, in this league, that's not exactly make you an odd man out, being a weird guy.
But Offers excellent, and we've had this discussion before. The .TV title might be the most prestigious title, considering. Oh wow! Catches him in the triangle, starts punching the back of his head. That's incredible. I think a little powerbomb out of it. Very cool.
I mean, these guys are both pretty good technicians, and they're willing to do. This is an interesting matchup. These guys, when they would kickbox, was always a tight technical competition, and we're seeing the same thing here in the pro wrestling ring.
You can see the kickboxing in these guys. You just can't get away with it.
Yeah.
These guys were born and bred in UFC 2, in the octagon, where SCFL was born. The 4-ounce gloves kickboxing. And look at that kick right into the corner. Flying heel kick. I'm loving this matchup, actually.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they're kind of made for each other when it comes to competing in the ring. It's kind of one of those things. It's a shame that they're only going to be able to go 15 minutes.
Ugh. These stomps. My God. Oh, there's some knees after we saw Manhoof. Yeah. I mean, everyone's seen like that's just an easy pop, Everyone just wants them now.
Yeah. Everyone's
really putting their knees on the line. It's like such this weird thing.
I mean, Miles Manhoof at one point hit 18 knee drops in one match. It was inspired, to say the least. I don't have the direct count on it, but he went pretty crazy with them. And I want to note here too that he did that knee drop, and Credit's been working his leg over. I mean, his knees have to be feeling pretty rough right now.
I think everyone's going to start sealing the knee thunder now.
We saw Karate Hendrix was doing it too,
The fans love it when you put your knees on the line. There's the Spanish and French announce tables.
Yeah, we don't know any of these people. We've never spoken with them because they don't speak English. Which I don't understand.
I've been friendly with them backstage.
Well, you know, I mean, the whole weird Creole like culture that's in Belly Ribbon, Iowa, for some reason is still new to me. You know.
Well, yeah, it's weird
I don't
because
get
it's Iowans. It's not even like transplants. No one understands it.
This isn't Nola.
It's like
you know what
it's like a town that's Margaritaville, but New Orleans. Offers Thompson just celebrating and like getting tired as he celebrates. Takes a couple punches to the head. Oh, his face went right into the guardrail.
You gotta, yeah, these guys. It's interesting that Sledding was counting the 20 count last night. I think maybe because in the tournament he really wanted to push the action, but here he's letting the matches breathe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's
hit each other with chairs.
We got 2.5 minutes here until Offers is retained.
He's a little cocky tonight.
Yeah,
you know,
he's talking a lot of shit.
I guess he's just, you know, he's comfortable. This is his title. You could just put his face on it.
Chainsaw says there's no one's going to recreate that magic. I was already looking at the pro wrestling tees, and even if we just have to make something dumb and only I buy them, I really want just to make 50 t-shirts. I also like the idea of
they're print on demand.
Us talking about t-shirts becoming its own thing, like the meme.
Oh yeah, we could make 4,000.
It's definitely an inside joke between us all. Oh god, I don't even know what that was. He like slammed his chin. Oh god, he's going to break his ankle. Offers Thompson's gonna break his ankle. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, don't tap. 40 seconds Offers. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't wanna make it sound like, but I like Offers.
Like you're in the bag, like you're in the bag.
Yeah, well, you know what? 15 seconds, you can do this. And oh god, brutal. Offers retained.
I have questions here. Like, you know, like that, he definitely retained, but he took a lot of damage to his knees. You know, you gotta respect the champ, though.
82%. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Offers could have done a lot better. A lot better.
Well, you know, he's going up against a guy like Credit Lewis, who was, like I said, methodical, not quite prepared for, you know, the 15-minute thing. He's a guy that goes longer than that.
So I have been told that we do Hero Supreme and Sanders are set up in the basement where they've gathered all the journalists again. We don't have to go to them if you don't want to, but they just kind of show up and we do our thing. It's like, should we? Like,
yeah,
Giro's
I guess
like talking right now. Like, this guy just goes and sits at a table. It's really weird.
Yeah, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I've always been talking about, and I guess he's going.
Yeah, here you go. See,
you know, he's like, you know, you people don't listen to me, but you know, there's always something. There's always something. And fucking cheesesteak, my baby boy, goddamn moron, goes out there in his stupid little robe with his little undies, and
he shouldn't have fought. He had a good haircut though.
God damn it. You know, I heard that he's medically cleared now, but, you know, he didn't look himself last night, and he definitely escaped the fucking hospital. Who cleared him? Who let him in the ring? You know, this is bullshit at the highest degree. This is
I signed him out because for his haircut.
God fucking damn it. Well, I was going to say this is some Bianchi bullshit, Computer Collins bullshit, but you know what? It was just goddamn Sanders. Goddamn fucking Sanders.
It was for his haircut.
He didn't get a haircut. He got in the goddamn ring and he got beat up by the little Hot Topic raver guy that has the weird chest tattoo.
Sonful.
I'm glad you know his fucking name. You can't even wear a pair of pants to a goddamn press conference.
Alright, well that was brought to us by Supreme Family Buick, who
press conferences lately.
they're really pulling the trigger. I mean,
he got a taste for it, and now he's just doing it all the time.
He loves it. He loves it.
And then Sanders shows up with for them, and I guess he just throws on his little like polo shirt, and then just thinks he's good.
I mean, it's cool that he goes that far, to basically be, you know, he's trying to look good. I just don't think he realized that there's a wide shot there.
Yeah,
So
he keeps
now we
thinking-
have Blaster Robinson versus Kurt King.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, we don't get to see much of either guy, and it's interesting to see what they're going to bring to the table here. I heard Blaster was pretty upset that he didn't get a spot in the title last night, the tournament. So, I you know, neither did Kurt King. So, yeah, I mean, both of these guys are given a chance. I'm not sure why. I think it's because this is technically just a hangover show, and Mike's just willy-nilly.
This is basically like his non-participation trophy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Blaster, former, I guess we called it the gruesome title before it was the shoot title. You know, he was a former champion there.
We actually have Boxing
shoot
Bianchi.
title, huh?
Yeah. He kind of looks gross, but
Yeah, it does.
it's just a weird holster.
Looks like a. No, I'm not going to tell you what it looks like, but Kurt King, he's definitely dressed for the occasion, I guess. I don't really know what he's doing here, looking like that, but he's ready to fight, that's for sure. Blaster immediately, like, looking to stretch him out. I'm not sure. You know, I questioned if he could pick up a guy like that big that easily, and he could.
Yeah, these are two big boys.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have that many guys that are really big in this league, and these guys are pretty damn big.
These guys are
They're not
big.
Alex Thompson big, but you know, that's rest in peace, big guy.
I just genuflected. You just can't see it.
Yeah, we're not on camera right now. Jessica's still just staring off into the
Yeah,
abyss.
she's very, very concerning. Very.
I don't know what it is that set her off.
We'll have the cameras come look at us after this match. Just remind me. This is a pretty interesting fight too, because now Kurt King, he's seen Earl Von Trell kind of like separate from him.
Right.
Or yeah, and I wonder what like the Sons of Anger are going off. I know that they only had loose alliances, but they're really starting to separate now.
Yeah, I mean, they're all trying to come into their own, and I mean, what better way to highlight that than Tapas Tiempo and Fortran Cobalt imploding last night? And it wasn't just like this. I mean, Fortran got murdered, like just straight up murder. Like, my God, that lariat. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Tapas has a really strong arm. He hits big lariats, and he didn't just do one. He picked him right back up, did another, and
Yeah.
just took his goddamn head off.
Yep.
I mean,
He
hit
could have
right in
pinned
the
him.
neck. Yeah, he could have pinned him. He could have finished it civilly, but he was so frustrated with his former, I guess now definitely former partner, that he just about broke his damn neck.
Oh, there's that elbow to spine. Like, both of these guys have a lot of MMA experience. And so what we're seeing there is like, look at this jumping back elbow to the belly.
Wow.
It's interesting to see these guys incorporate those MMA maneuvers, like the elbow to the back of the spine, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
And only in SCFL is an elbow to the spine like this really like it's like the burning hammer, you know what I mean? You only rarely see it because it hurts so bad.
It hurts so bad.
The only thing that's more deadly than an elbow to the back is a kick to the balls.
Yeah, look at these. They're just exchanging punches to the belly. That's the one thing that we do know. Kurt King looks a little soft, whereas
He does
Blaster
look a little
Robinson, yeah, like he's chiseled of steroids and like tattoo ink.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is like a former bartender and bouncer. You know, he's seen some brawls in his day, I think.
He's seen some stuff.
He knows what he's doing in there. And then, you know, Kurt King's just kind of, I mean, this guy definitely doesn't work out. You know, he just tried to hit a splash and just completely whiffed it within like a 2-foot radius. Like, you know, he's definitely gotta tighten up his game a little bit, I think. You know, neither one of these guys got a shot last night. They're getting a chance tonight.
Wow, look at that submission. Bending him over his back and like a key lock across his neck? That's like 3 submissions in 1. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But look at these strike exchange. Blaster can't get anything off. God, Kurt King is really working on Blaster's spine, Walsh.
I think he's in his mind, you know, he's going up against a former gruesome champion. He is trying to make some sort of statement about that, but I don't know if it's being as effective as he'd wish it to be.
We all know that if you're really desperate to win, go for the spine. Just work over that spine as hard as you can. 2.9 for Blaster. Kurt King is gassed. Kurt King is gassed, but he's hitting some big stuff.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the cardio here.
Murph says it's a Cobra Clutch backbreaker.
It is, yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
The Big Show used it as his finisher in WWE's ECW.
Very interesting. I never watched WWE's ECW.
They tried to make Big Show like this big monster who finished people with a Cobra Clutch backbreaker instead of a choke slam. It was pretty interesting.
But his choke slams were kind of cool, weren't they?
Yeah, well, you know.
Well.
That's him being more hardcore, I guess, is doing a submission hold. I don't...
So tell me this, during WWE's version of ECW, did the events happen like at the ECW arena, or?
No, it literally was taped before SmackDown, I think.
So it was just like anything? Just looked like anything?
It was literally just like taping like their B shows, like main event or whatever. They just put up like a little ECW-ish like entrance.
Wow, Blaster Robinson wins.
Yeah, big lariat. That's 1, 2, 3.
What? He did it to Ric Flair once in thumbtacks. I want to see that clip. See, Murph, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff last night, and I wish you would have been here, Murph. Wish you would have been here. It was done live after the show. It feels like the audience would have been drained then.
Oh yeah, it was after the show. You're right. It was real. There was nobody gave a shit. People were leaving the arena. It was really brutal to watch. And like,
Jessica is to my right. She's just staring forward. It's the children are screaming. It's all...
Yeah. We're in a weird place right now. Belly Ribbon is definitely some sort of hell.
Maybe. I'm very concerned.
It's 1 a.m. What are these kids doing here?
This is how things are. It's, you know it and I know it.
It's a school night.
No, I mean, some of them have spring break.
Oh yeah, spring break. You know, my kids aren't old enough for that yet, so I don't know about it. We went to the zoo last week, and there was a million freaking kids around. What a mess.
What a mess. So the next matchup we have is a hardcore match. No, shoot fight, right?
Yeah, this is, we're seeing Boxing Bianchi take on Wim Nyman. Both of these guys involved last night. Both of them got pretty banged up, so they're both kind of entering, I guess, on this base level of exhaustion. Wim defeating Brick Roberts, and then going down to the guy who went to win on the tournament, Cruddy Hendricks. And Boxing defeated Fun Adams, and then he defeated Little Jonesy, and quite a brutal knockout, which maybe we'll see that manifest itself tonight. And then immediately Ito took him out.
Chainsaw says he was there in Albany. Man, I drove to like Decatur, Illinois for a ECW house show, and it was just like, what the hell is happening here? and it was like really right towards the end. Like this was 2000, 2001. But yeah, it was rough, man.
I had stopped watching ECW at that point.
I went to a bunch of their pay-per-views because they did them in like Chicagoland. Like when Billy Corgan hit one of the dudes, I think like Amish Roadkill with the
Oh God,
with the guitar.
Billy Corgan, before he was a chud, was hardcore. That's perhaps still the funniest and most disappointing thing is that Billy Corgan became like an Alex Jones guest, like recurring Alex Jones guest, and now he's trying to do this reunion tour, and he's like, "Oh, that's not. I was just saying stuff." And of course, he owns the NWA now.
I don't even understand how that works.
He owns the NWA, who employs 3 wrestlers. It's the greatest thing ever.
Give up.
I'm not even joking. That Billy Corgan's NWA employs 3 wrestlers.
Billy Corgan should be like, hey, let me pump $1 million into SCFL.
That would be. Imagine the production value.
Oh man, Murph would be so happy.
I mean, the lighting rigs would be great. We'd have probably full access to the Smashing Pumpkins library to play music over everything. Everybody would have Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah. Like half the league picks like bullet vampire wings or butterfly wings. Like everybody that walks out in the world is a vampire.
I mean, I could see like Bike picking a really, really sad song, like picking like Mayonnaise or something. Like he
Really
just comes
long,
out looking
yeah.
miserable to it.
I wonder if Billy Corgan is in this. I gotta do a celeb fight soon. It would be great if Billy Corgan.
Wow.
This has been pretty back and forth. Look at that spine rock.
I mean, Magnus is on what is it, like I can't remember what they're calling his stupid title run. Some sort of Inquisition or something.
I don't know who Magnus is, but
Murph brought up that he's asking if we're trying to get Magnus, the current NWA champion, to defend the title in SCFL. I think Billy Corgan should definitely consider it, you know?
I think so, and I think that's the type of things that, you know, Marvel says Avengers Infinity War is the greatest crossover event of all time. Where I think that would be. Wim, rockin' boxing with these elbows. Like neither of these
having
yeah.
a pretty crazy fight here for 2 guys who got the crap beaten out of them last night.
Oh, those knees. But Wim is like this. He's a guy that we don't see nearly enough of. He's one of the best technical fighters in the league. Look at that kick. He's never really going to get a chance. Like, boxing is crawling out of the cage.
He's trying to, man. It's, Wim was looking great last night, but he ran into Karate Hendricks, and it was Karate's night, man. And if he would have faced up against somebody else in round 2, who knows how it would have gone.
This has been a hell of a fight.
Give up. Give up.
This has seriously been a hell of a fight. I don't know who Tom Strong is, but I like that you guys are all having a little moment in the chat room.
Former NWA champion Tim Storm. He's like 52 years old. He's literally SCFL material. He's a history teacher.
Oh my God!
He's 52 years old. He's not a very good wrestler at all. He's a really sad guy, and like literally, he's one of Billy Corgan's 3 wrestlers.
Awesome.
And it's fucking hilarious. And then
Boxing knocks out Wim.
Whoa!
Round 3 with that combo. So he's like Brick Roberts, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Boxing bounces back. I feel like Wim was just, he went through too much. He got too beat up. Boxing is feeling good. He's doing good. That's a big win. That's a big win.
I mean, I could see him challenging for the shoot title at some point. You know, challenging. My God.
I'd like to point out here that if we look at the food place right now, Spencer Morgan, who fights later on tonight, he's eating a sandwich. You got Technology Cooper eating a sandwich.
Technology Cooper not booked tonight, but he's still eating a sandwich, and
he loves those sandwiches, man.
Really weird. He's like, oh, these these Americans, they know how to make a good sandwich.
A little bit of hero came out there.
Yeah.
What's
going on?
I'm gonna go to the Steel Drum Band while we talk about the next matchup. I just want to well, so let's just mention how proud are we of these guys, because Xylophonist fights later on tonight. Xylophonist has his hands in so much. There's so much going on.
He literally has his hands in a jar of gherkins right now.
He does. He does. And it's one of those things where he fights later on tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
And let Lou, manning the chat once in a while. These guys, camera, they have to fight Discussion Davis, and Discussion Davis he would be the biggest piece of shit in Belly Ribbon if Wigwam Watanabe wasn't there. I know that he is a great champion, but he just doesn't care about anybody but himself, and it's finally sort of manifested itself. He doesn't want to wait anymore. I don't know. He was briefly the SCFLPro world champion, but he lost it to Ichabod, and ever since then, it's been this weird downward spiral.
The next matchup that we're about to do, not for the hardcore title, because Kelly, Mickey Kelly have this now, the tag hardcore tag team. But it's the Missouris are back.
Yeah.
And they're taking on...
I think they want their title back.
They do.
They want that photo back.
They want that photo back. And Maniac Missouri had a hell of a fight last night. He made it to the... No, it was a first round loss, right? No, I can't remember.
He beat
Second
Dougie
round.
Middle.
That's
He
right.
beat Dougie Middle in the first round with a diving headbutt in 2 minutes and 41 seconds.
Right.
And then in the second round, he ran into, of all people, Baby friggin' Hayes. Baby Hayes, he, of course, Maniac had brought a bat into the ring, a barbed wire bat at that, and Baby Hayes just threw his body at him with a big crossbody, landed on the bat, and, he was all bleeding gross from his back, and, Baby got the pin. It was
Click the clip. Yeah, the clips are above. They're really great. Great night of clips by everybody. What's the guy running the Food Places deal? That's Bradford Culpepper. He came in last year's substitute series. He feuded with Kelly for a while, but he's a substitute lunch teacher.
Yeah, he's he makes school lunches, and he goes and is a lunch guy wherever he's needed in the school district. So he's a very strange guy. He's very passionate, but he really hates bike for some reason. We still don't really know why he hates bike, but he fucking hates bike. Oh my God.
It seems like Murph hates Spike as well.
Well, bike is... I think that Murph feels that bike might be well-meaning, but just completely... such a fuck-up. Such a failure. We work for the man. He gives us Bianchi bucks to cash in at the food place. Next week, I'll have enough Bianchi bucks to get myself not just a slice of Bianchi buck pizza, but maybe even
A Bianchi burger.
Yeah, Bianchi burger. I mean, Bradford Culpepper has to sling food that is literally named after Bike Bianchi.
He loves the man. Oh my God, Asanafil is not ready for this. Brick Roberts is dressed for the occasion. Asanafil is taking barbed wire baseball bat shots. Like, this dude, he's not ready for what the Missouris are bringing in, you know?
No.
Like, this is completely insane. Oh my god, he's got hit in the head with that. There's blood everywhere. Oh. Oh my god, Brick Roberts getting hit with a sledgehammer.
I mean, the sledgehammer has been in full effect here. These guys, they're trying to make a statement, and they're doing it against an uncle and nephew team. Purported uncle and nephew.
Well, they're brothers. There's a lot of family. Some would say too much family in this league.
You know, it's a family affair, and I don't mean anybody's having sex. None of these men are having sex, so.
Oh, wow. It looks like Maximo, Missouri almost hit Maniac, Missouri. Just a plain old baseball bat shot now. Yeah, they don't care.
I feel like these guys, if they had to fight, they would do it and they'd
love it. In a heartbeat, and they'd love it. And look at them. They're the only ones bleeding. They're blading walking out. Like, they just start blading when they're walking out to the fight.
You know, this is interesting because Brick is trying to do his uncle shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, these guys just don't care about it. They're just
they're
brushing it off.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm going to hit you on the head with a sledgehammer.
Oh, God. Maximo goes into the explosion. And now with Sonafil is starting to understand. He's swinging away at that chair, but Maniac just eats it.
He doesn't give a shit. He's just like, yeah, whatever. And then he kicks both of them off, like and then he's flipping them off. You know, these guys are on a different level, and I don't think Brick and Sonafil were ready for that.
2.9. I just love how when it comes to the Missouris, it just turns into a bloodbath somehow.
I mean, it's because these guys are prepared to bleed. They don't care. Like, you know, they want to get other people bleeding. But
3! Oh, no! The Missouris win again! Sonafil just couldn't take a short match.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
I mean, they just got the shit kicked out of them. What the hell?
I don't think that they're really the hardcore type. I mean...
I agree. I feel like that was not...
They gave it a good shot, yes, but these guys want their title back.
So who are we seeing next, Walsh?
We're seeing two of the standouts from last night, Ron Lewis against Tapas Tiempo. And, I mean, Ron Lewis was involved in that 40-minute classic with Karate Hendrix, and Tapas Tiempo, my God, he really made a name for himself with, I mean, taking off his former partner's head. I mean, nobody thought going into this
right now, yeah. Like, I mean, these guys
Tapas Tiempo was going to go all to be the final four, but he did.
The Sons of Anger are really splitting because they're all succeeding in different areas, and now like this photo shoot is outdated. They're in the dark hallway. The trios
out in the dark hallway.
Possible former trios champions, Sons of Angers are still at a concert. Like I have no idea.
They have two logos too. I just think that these guys aren't unified. You know, they're just not.
And it's funny that we see Ron Lewis now coming out after we saw Credit Lewis last night.
Yeah. You know, Ron Lewis definitely showed up his son last night. He made it pretty deep into that tournament. Big Daddy himself defeating two men, Front Reed, and he also defeated... there's so much that happened last night. It's hard to remember all of it sometimes. He defeated Raul Hernandez.
That's right. And some wild fights.
Yeah. I think that Tapas is going to take Ron's head off here.
Interesting, because Ron was fighting. He fought great. There's no reason to believe that.
But Tapas, you know, he showed something. I mean, Final Four, he showed that he's a cold-blooded killer, you know?
There's Ron kicking at the leg, as expected.
Just like his son, you know, like father, like son.
He's going to work it over slowly but surely.
Personally, I don't know. I'm always conflicted about Ron. He is not a good dad. And that doesn't mean that he's a bad person, but it kind of does too.
Oh yeah.
And technically, he lost in he took a fall in a 8-man tag. There's some contention that Rastaban Baptiste took his spot, but the band is still taking gigs with Ron.
I completely forgot about that again. Poor Jessica,
Yeah.
she's gonna be so upset right now. But yeah, supposedly Ron Lewis should not be the second bassist, and it should be Rastaban Baptiste, who we know loves 311. It's very confusing. The steel drum band is fascinating to me.
Yeah, the steel drum band is a very strange entity. They make money by booking gigs and selling their iTunes singles.
Look at these just exchanging punches. Neither man is really given an inch at this point.
Yeah, we're still in the early. I mean, Ron went 40 minutes with Karate Hendrix, and I was shocked that Karate Hendrix had the wherewithal to be able to go on and actually win that damn thing. But both of these guys, both Ron and Karate, kind of picked up a little bit of a reputation of being Iron Men from that last night. That was inspired.
It was.
But man, everything Tapas does hurts. He does a torture rack. He doesn't just let him down when he's ready to move on. He throws him down over his knee. He's always trying to hurt people.
Right, but you see then Ron trying to work over that arm though a little bit. Try to do anything you can to make him think twice about throwing a hard strike.
Yeah, but Tapas is also greased up. I mean, this is Sexyama level greasing here.
Interesting that Murph says that Hero Supreme is the only okayish dad in the league. Kind of, but
here comes
not.
some sledding apologist shit.
No,
Sledding
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that Hero is kind of a really mean guy.
Is he? I mean, I think he still means well. I think he's still. As we saw when Cheesesteak came out last night, he was very emotional.
He was shook.
He was upset. He called him his baby boy, which is new. I've never heard that from him before.
Yeah,
he just calls him a goddamn moron.
Yeah,
it's. I get it. He's really rough on Cheesesteak, but it seems like he really cares about him. I mean, I'm sure he cares about Sanders at this point too, which is, well, I don't know. I mean, he didn't want them boning above his sandwiches. Oh, that big lariat on Ron. He's already. I mean, 2 lariats in a row. I feel like Tapas is starting to work his game here.
Ron is faster than Tapas, it seems.
Yeah.
But Tapas is just bowling over him every time.
But Tapas just hits those big lariats, and he's able to just manhandle people. He's not a powerhouse like a blowhole or one of those guys, but he hits hard enough that he doesn't have to be a big, giant, weird guy, barrel-chested.
Oh wow, look at that weird DDT. I don't even know what that. And once again, Ron is trying to hurt the arms of Tapas.
Yeah, I think he's starting to figure out, he's still going for the legs a little bit, but, he's getting hit by a couple of those big lariats. I think he doesn't want to eat any more of them.
Ron Lewis just circling around and talking shit he said something to him in THX 3D. It's
he's like, listen to my bass. Slapping the bass, baby.
And here it is, that huge running sliding elbow that's knocked out a man last night. 2.9. Ron Lewis, my God.
I mean, this is Ron. Wow. I mean, you figure Ron went 40 minutes with Karate Hendrix, and within 10 minutes, he's really looking hurt here.
Another sliding elbow. My God, he's got to be out. This is it. 2 count. What the hell?
Wow. Well, I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. Ron's starting to come back into this thing.
Look at these forearm smashes. Oh my god. But Ron just gets back up, super kick.
Wow.
Incredible. Listen to the crowd. Like, props to Ron. Like, there is no reason why he should be able to get up from anything right now.
Right.
Huge power bomb. But
Wow.
Ron comes back and scoop slams him down. I don't want to like Ron.
I know. I don't want to like Ron either. He's a terrible, like,
A lariat
terrible
of his own.
father. He's, you know, he's trying here, but he didn't try with credit, that's for sure. And credit's a good kid, you know.
Perfect back body right there. Ron is he's sneaky. He's doing some sneaky stuff.
Yeah, he's really big on these open palm thrusts, and he's you know, every time that Tapas goes for like a headlock or something, he's always there to reverse it. He knows he's got some tricks in his book. You know, he's a wily old veteran.
Look at Tapas chop, chop, chop away. The
Yeah.
crowd is loving this. Ron Lewis is surviving, man.
What does it take to get somebody behind Ron Lewis? I guess it's Tapas Tiempo, who completely obliterated his former partner. You know, people liked Fortran more than he knew. I don't think people like seeing somebody, like two friends, just rip each other apart like that. Really brutally, you know? Like, this guy, he showed his true colors, and that is of, you know, this is, you know, he's kind of a Davis-ish character who's willing to just forego friendship for personal self-gain, you know?
There's that big overhand left. Big overhand left. But Ron Lewis gets right back up again. Slam. That is a desperation slam right there. 2.9. Woo!
You know,
SCFL, hello. Thank you for stopping by.
Whoa.
Everyone say hello to SCFL Gaming. Thank you for the host.
Yo.
Ron Lewis is taking these chops right now.
I mean, this
And-
is...
Oh! Another forearm smash. That's the third one.
Jesus.
2, 3. Oh my god. Tapas Tiempo is a monster.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is going to be something to look out for in the coming weeks for sure. I think he's shown how tough he is.
I mean, you called it. You said Tapas was going to destroy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Ron held his own. You know, Ron is a bit of an Iron Man for a bass player.
88%. Not bad at all. So now we're moving into it. Oh, wow. This actually, our co-main event, very interesting. Spencer Morgan.
Spencer Morgan teaming up the Team Suits, baby, with Raul Hernandez again, going up against the challenger for the U.S. title, Karate Hendricks, and Baby Hayes, who had a good showing last night. You know, Baby and Karate, good pals. Teaming up here.
Now, Spencer Morgan, all last night, he was at Men's Warehouse. He was just hanging out. He was just doing some work. And then he finally came and he saw that Karate Hendricks won the right to face him next week.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of interesting that they're going to be fighting here.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are... Spencer Morgan is... This guy has won over the hearts of everybody by... He won the U.S. Title tournament, which we found out was the Uncle Sledding title. Thanks, Xylophonist. You know, but he's still brandishing that mug with as much vigor as he could. So I got to give him props for that. He's really shown up that he is a tough guy. So I don't know. He's becoming one of, you know, we're seeing a lot of new stars rising up. Karate Hendricks might have won that tournament, but we just saw Tapas Tiempo once again look amazing. We saw Miles Menhoove with a career-making performance last night.
I wish we could drop some of the clips into there. It's very interesting.
I mean, there was so much going on last night.
If this works out, this is kind of a big-time tag match for these guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big win.
I mean, this is one of those
Murph,
things.
thanks for the cheers.
Yeah, Murph is always on the ball. You know, this is one of those things. Spencer and Raul, they were a tag team before. Spencer went on to get the singles success. But you know what? When it comes down to it, he can rely on his Team Suits pal to come out and help him out to fend off, you know, his future challenger. This is a big deal. We're seeing Karate Hendrix and Spencer Morgan in a showdown prior to their big title match. One night after Karate Hendrix put forth a blistering 32-man tournament win. I don't know why he's even out here. I mean, Spencer Morgan is fresh.
I think it's just a shame that, like, Spencer has to ruin a suit again. Why doesn't he ever wrestle in anything except the suit? Is it because he works at Men's Warehouse and he can just...
He does wrestle in his tights when he's in singles matches, but when he's with Raul, he likes to represent the suits, I guess. I don't really get it. But, you know, he's also a walking billboard for his place of employment.
It's true, and we do know that we see.
And of course, Raul, the Cuban native, you know, wearing his breezy summer suit.
He wears his breathable fabrics.
Yeah, I mean, he's a kickboxer, but you know, that's his trade that he plies. You know, he also has the thing about public masturbation that we won't get into.
Come on,
but.
Wow,
You know,
look at Spencer Morgan, incredible. The way that he moves in that suit.
Yeah.
He likes, what's his tagline? You're going to like the way you look until I fight you?
He probably needs to work on that.
Karate Hendrix, look at this. Karate Hendrix is trying to get involved. Unbelievable. Karate.
I mean, he's always game. He, for what, like 2.5 hours last night?
Yeah, he fought for over 2 hours. Won 5 matches in one night. Oh, Murph.
Murph knows what's up. You know, Raul is...
Look at Karate Hendrix. He's need those ribs.
You know, we're getting a preview of next week's main event here.
Raul comes in. Spencer decides to back away from Karate. Karate goes after Spencer, refuses to even fight Raul. These guys are going at it.
Yeah.
Finally, Spencer moves away.
He's making a statement here. He went through hell last night to get a shot at this guy. He's not about to give up. He's got him in his sights. He wants to hurt him, you know?
Karate Hendrix is one of the baddest men to ever fight in this league.
He really is. And, you know, he's finally his second big tournament win. I think it's time to give this guy his due.
Well, he's going to get a title shot. He's getting the U.S. title shot next week.
You know, I wonder if Bike is going to give Sledding a title shot next week for being a great ref for 31 matches.
Infuriate. That Discussion Davis would be so pissed off if that's what happened. I mean, counting tonight, in like 24 hours, Sledding is refed like 40-something fights.
Yeah.
He's got to be sore. Wow, misses the knee into the side.
If I was Karate Hendrix, I'd be pretty pissed off about that, too. I mean, he does get a U.S. title shot, but, you know, maybe he should get a shot at Bike. That's a big night that he went through. I don't know. Bike logic is Bike logic, I guess. Karate Hendrix obviously has a history with Bike as well. I think I'm curious to see what happens with Spencer and him. I mean, I think that these two guys are... Spencer has really solidified himself as a star by winning the U.S. title. I mean, all of the stuff he's done, the .TV championship, you know, he is a rising star, and Karate Hendrix is, you know, one of the first stars that we really had, and he's showing that he is not irrelevant. He is still very much in this game.
Big knees from Raul. The thing is Raul is damn dangerous.
Yeah, he is.
That's true. Murph in the chat room says that the last time Bike Bianchi gave a title shot, it was against Kelly, who fought all night already. So, you know, Bike could be building up a little bit of...
He's padding his record, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he's... I mean, I don't know. I don't like
But is he? I don't feel like he's...
I don't think he's intentionally doing it.
I think he genuinely is like, I'm sorry, Dad. I don't want to fight you, but you deserve this. I'm so proud of you.
You know, and let's be real here. I don't think Discussion Davis deserves a title shot. Like, I think he's going to get one eventually because he's just never let go of going after Bike. But, my God. And for the new viewers, these are some strange men. We understand that. This is the strange world.
Oh, Raul knocks out a Baby Hayes with a huge head kick. Raul, Spencer Morgan and Karate do nothing. They're just looking at each other, jawing. That's a weird way for that to end.
Wow.
Fast
Raul,
match, too. Wow.
I mean, Raul has always been dangerous.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was expecting... Biggs does not like it. I was expecting that to be a much longer fight.
Me too.
So let's keep in mind that this show is brought to you by social media done the bike way at SCFL Highlights on Twitter, Bike at District 204 Admin EU. And then this is also brought to you by Substitute Teacher Solutions done the bike way at SCFL Highlights and Bike at District 204 Admin.edu. This all started a few weeks ago when Bike Bianchi won the championship from Ichabod Adams, defended it, and then in comes his belly ribbon teammate Discussion Davis into his office. They had a run-in at a cafeteria. I don't understand what's happening. We saw last night we saw them arguing backstage as Spencer came in. It's no one really understands what is going on with these guys and why this is happening. But Discussion wants the fight.
He wants what he wants, and he does not give up. He is a title hunter. That's all he cares about, and he's starting to just. These are forged in fire friendships that he has with Team Belly Ribbon, and he's willing to just throw them away to get his hands on a title.
It's all pretty bizarre. I don't like it.
You know, if Belly Ribbon's going to implode, let him implode. You know, it is what it is. You know, people like Murph, for good reason, they're not giant fans of Belly Ribbon.
I like Belly Ribbon.
Well, everybody likes Belly Ribbon.
I think Belly Ribbon is fine. I feel bad that Xylophonus and let Lou have to fight, though. And then it's a tornado. And...
Yeah.
Alright, so, I mean, here we are. Discussion Davis wants to become the first man to beat two men. Arguable that these are two men.
Arguable, man. Poor Let isn't going to be able to type to us. I'm pretty upset about that because his contributions are noted.
I mean, let's never forget that, like, Discussion was having a bad day since that raccoon was caught in Mr. Bianchi's backyard. Like, that's when this all kind of started, you know. He started freaking out then.
Well, you know, he was helping sledding resod his lawn. I don't know why everybody has to be free labor for sledding. That's kind of weird, honestly. But, you know, for some reason, sledding has a raccoon in a cage.
Wow, look at this.
Wow.
Let Lou's working together. They're just screaming at each other. Like, Jesus.
Belly Ribbon is fine.
Discussion is going to lose, and then what? What does that mean? Like, we can't have anything clear-cut in this. Like, keep in mind that these guys were co-hardcore champion at one point. They beat Alex Thompson, rest in peace.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they beat arguably the toughest asshole that we've ever seen. And Discussion, I guess, is trying to, you know, show that he's better than a dead guy, which, hey, I don't...
That is another such a Discussion thing. He's like, I'm never going to be able to fight and beat Alex Thompson, so I got to at least do this, you know? Like, and look at, there's Bike Bianchi.
Bike is out there. What is he?
Out there.
The world champion is hanging out at ringside, watching as his friend fights his cousin and his cousin's weird mousy friend.
With his dad as the referee.
Yeah, this is really starting to get dynastic here. You know, there's a little bit little bit too much Bianchi here. I gotta say, I'm liking the fixers here. They're doing a pretty good job.
It looks like Xylophonus is already like gassed. Look at his arms.
It looks like his arms hurt. I don't know what happened.
Why?
One arm bar?
His arms are hurt. That's like the most Xylophonus thing. I mean, all right. So to be fair, like 3 nights ago, he played xylophones with the steel drum band. Discussions being rolled up like a bread ball. My God.
Papas Tiempo did beat the living shit out of him last night too.
Right. And Let Lou got beat up by Karate Hendrix. So
yeah.
Discussion can't get anything off. Discussion's gonna lose this.
I mean, let's be real here. Dougie Middle, the newest of the fixers, went almost 30 minutes with Discussion a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if Discussion is all he. I mean, that was granted. That was right after Philly had knocked his block off with an uppercut, so he probably wasn't all there. But
this is just so weird. Like Discussion is like fighting them off like raccoons. Like really Xylophonus is like tearing at him, like at his skin, and like Let Loose, like screaming. Like this is terrifying. Who would?
Yeah. Look at Xylophonus' arm though, his shoulder. I think
rolling him up like a bread ball once again.
Yeah, this is pretty intense.
I mean, these
granted,
men are coming out with a book, so.
I think Xylophonus dislocated his shoulder, and I don't know if he knows what to do now. He looks really confused, really sad. Like his arm is
so sad
at his side. Like,
look at him; he's very sad. Something bad happened. This is so sad, but he's going up top. He's going up top. Oh! Then Let Loose screwed him up. He's hurt.
Let Lou is indeed pretty good at screwing things up. These guys are a tag team.
One count.
Yeah.
Look at him just walk him down. Discussion Davis is like looking at both of them in a karate stance. This is weird. This is a weird main event. This is a hangover show. For our new viewers, it's not always like this. Like, my God, Discussion Davis is one of the best ever, and he's trying to beat these two men. I don't know.
Yeah, this is weird.
This is a weird. It's like 28 days later, but instead of zombies, it's Muppets. That's what I think. Like, or I'm sorry, infected. I know they're not zombies.
Well, yeah.
All right.
28 weeks later, they kind of just basically were zombies, so it doesn't really. They really messed up that franchise. Just like the fixers are kind of getting messed up by Discussion, kind of. I mean, Xylophone is really. I think his arm popped out of the socket. He looks really sad.
He's very sad and hurt. Discussion kicks out again. Xylophone is. We know that the steel drum band has a gig coming up. And
I mean, if he can't move his mallets around, what's he gonna do?
Right.
Just slam his like head into the drums. Like, I don't think it'll make the same noise.
Jeez, Discussion can't get any offense off. He's gonna lose, I'm telling you. Look at Xylophonus. There's something wrong. I think Xylophonus might be having a stroke. Like somebody yelled at him. Like
his uncle.
Oh my God, Sledding had a stroke once too. This is not good.
He's still here though. I mean, Bike booked this, so I don't really know what he's thinking.
You say that, but it's more like Discussion was like, I want that, and it happened. Like,
well, sure.
Bike is not. He's so hands off.
Is that Bike trying to give Discussion a little bit because Discussion keeps asking for a title shot?
Everyone keeps reading into this like too much. You're making him sound like a logical mastermind. It's just no.
Well, it's like if I give him,
it happened.
If I give him a shot, if I let him beat two men, maybe he won't want my belt anymore.
No, I don't think. I think that Discussion asked for this because he wanted another notch in his belt and say he's the first man to ever beat two men at once. But a lot of the league is like, I don't think that these guys are two men. and there's Bike out there right now. It's all very weird. And maybe if Discussion gets this, he'll be like, I have a stronger, claim to the title. Let Loose is screaming.
He's just not all there. And Xylophone is like, He's trying to throw punches and slaps and stuff, and his arms are just like jelly. Like, this is, yeah.
Oh.
These guys
Let Lou
are
or Xylophonus hasn't been doing much really at all, and Let Lou's mostly been screaming. Oh God, Xylophonus just walks up to him and punches him in the mouth. Oh man.
Xylophonus with his little sagging arm, like his neck is like crimped. Like,
look at this. Discussion's getting his ass kicked by these weird gherkin-fueled freaks. It's.
I don't even know what we're watching anymore. Like,
Pike is outside looking on. like this world title is. These guys are teammates. What the hell? Discussion like dove through the air and Xylophonus is apologizing? This is the worst. This is the worst main event we've ever had. Discussion is such an idiot for having this. Oh wow, Murph says Philly Davis did lose to the Fixers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to prove here for Discussion, I guess, but he's... You know what? Maybe he should try to beat Philly. You know what I mean? Maybe he should try to beat Philly.
Oh my God! Like this fight is ridiculous. Get up, Discussion. 2.9.
I am at a loss.
Oh.
Xylophonus is so hurt. Like,
he's so hurt.
He's just powering through it, but
this is not. Oh.
You gotta give Xylophonus credit. He does good form on his 1-2. He's been working with boxing, you know, he's...
Oh man, Xylophonus I think just farted. Just wiped. Oh God, a double slam. That was awesome. The Fixer butt bomb. The Fixers are awesome when they fight one guy. 2.9. Wow.
Wow, a lot of... I mean, these guys are sentoning it up. That's for sure.
The crowd is loving this?
I think people like seeing Discussion get beat up.
They do. I don't know who I want to win now.
I mean, we've seen the Fixers get some strange wins, some strange opportunities. I mean, these guys are technically kind of the Trios champions, not really. Like, who really knows? We're having a match next week to decide who's actually the Trios champions.
Well, I don't think Xylophonus will even be able to make it to that match.
He looks really hurt. He's not doing well. He's probably like, I mean, I guess it says something that one armbar from Discussion was able to pop his arm out of his socket and his neck looks so weird. Like, he's just definitely not doing well.
What the hell? These men are running along with each other. Oh my God. I don't think Discussion's gonna win this fight.
Generic, together, we've often said that together the Fixers make one man, maybe. They're like, so this is technically a one-on-one match, really. Kind of. I mean, Discussion was going for the Discussion's fall there, and Xylophonus just threw his body at him to stop it. These, you know,
oh, this might be it. This might be it. Look at Xylophonus. He says, Jesus. Oh my God. See the fro sticking out between the legs. The pile driver is terrible. Discussion.
I mean, let Lou hitting pile drivers. He's looking pretty strong here. You know, this guy is eating his bread balls.
Discussion is not getting anything off. I'm very, very concerned. This is the type of stuff that Discussion gets himself into, and it negatively affects the entire league.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm give Sledding a title shot, please, so we don't have to watch Discussion. Whatever the fuck he's doing here. This is like This is masturbation worse than Raul. And he's not even winning, so I don't even know what he's thinking.
We're gonna go like a half hour on this, aren't we?
This might go an hour. Like, I don't
God.
like I don't think these guys can pin Discussion Davis, but Discussion Davis can't get a move off.
God, this is terrible.
Like, truthfully, he just needs to pin one of these guys. That's all that needs to happen. Like Murph said, maybe just throw an armbar on Xylophonus. Like, his arm is clearly out of the socket.
Look at Xylophonus just letting that happen. Xylophonus doesn't want to be there anymore. Bike is looking on. Let loose. God.
Letler is taking a brunt of the punishment. Xylophonus just had his arm popped out, and he just hasn't been the same since.
Discussion won that exchange. Oh, so close
finally.
to a submission, possibly. It might be over. This might be over. Oh!
I mean, he could have gone for the submission. It's just two men at the same time. Even if they are half of man, in reality, there's still two bodies. There's still, you know, two sets of their limbs. It's, you know, if Bike was a real pal, he would get in there and tag with Discussion.
This is just terrible. Like, these men backstage earlier today were just eating, and this is terrible.
I feel like we're starting to get to the point to where the Fixers want, each one of them kind of wants to be the guy that pins Discussion Davis. Maybe we'll see a thing where these guys are just fighting over who gets the win, and that'll be their undoing.
Oh, could be. I'm starting to wonder. I think Discussion's going to get knocked out soon. Oh, Discussion.
You know, Generic, if Discussion were to lose to the Fixers, I think any claim he'd have for the title would be out the window.
Right, that's why it's starting to get desperate, because I don't think he's going to win this at all.
He's taken a lot of damage from two sad little men.
Yeah, but the other guys aren't taking any damage.
Well, Xylophonus got hurt early on, but I don't know.
I feel like the other guys are taking straight-on punches.
Yeah.
Whoa. Xylophonus looks really hurt, though. It's true. Look at Xylophonus reverse Discussion Davis. What is going on? Uh-oh, he's rolling him up like a bread ball.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Give up, Discussion. Just end it. What the hell? The thing is that these guys are just so weak that, like, oh my God.
I don't see him giving up to one of these guys, but
He's going to have to be unconscious.
These guys should try to both guys pin him at once.
This is so bad. This is so bad. What a way to, you know, show off to our new viewers. This great league. Oh, God, look at this. Oh.
Let Lou has definitely a couple of pile drivers, a couple of face busters. These guys are doing, like, sentons and splashes to him. Like, Discussion is getting pretty banged up.
Oh yeah, he's taking a ton of damage. Huge Xylophone takes a huge bump to the outside. Do it, Discussion. Now is when you have to do it. Ah, he does this raccoon scare. I think Chainsaw Generic said earlier we got to see if there's a raccoon in the workshop.
I'm sure one could happen.
Oh my God. Xylophone sticks out a very dangerous bump there. 3. Oh my God. Discussion refuses. This is terrible.
Let Lou is really putting it all out there.
I wonder. I should have made this unlimited time limit.
Wait, is this no time limit?
I wish. But
Oh
it's-
God. We'd be going all night.
I'd be fine with that at this point. Like, it should have ended 20 minutes ago or go for 2 hours. Discussion is just not... God, it's taking too long.
I mean, discussion is taunting. He should just be trying to win. I feel like anytime he's starting to actually beat up Xylophonist, Let Lou just starts pounding on him. Like a little girl, just, like my friend.
Discussion going back to the outside. Discussion's got to do something. Oh my God,
Here's my question.
this is embarrassing.
If these two doofuses beat Discussion Davis,
Discussion is bleeding.
do they have
So
a claim
terrible.
to challenge for the title?
I don't know. I don't know. That means it's like sledding in the fixers. It's like the worst like world title scenario. Discussion's bleeding now.
The fact that he's bleeding because of the fixers and that Let Lou is in the ring with a goddamn chair is ridiculous.
Dueling chairs here. Wow. Let Lou takes a huge chair shot. Discussion, do something. Oh my God. Xylophonist drives his own knees into those chairs because he knows it'll get a pop. I don't know if Discussion gets even like I don't think Discussion even gets a title shot now. Like this is the weirdest. Even if
First
he
he
wins,
goes 30 minutes with Dougie Middle. Now he's 40 minutes deep with the fixers. Like he is his own worst enemy.
I mean, in a way, like, is this impressive? I don't know. Oh. He's landing stuff now. He's getting the hell beat out of him.
They're starting to get tired and like really tired.
Like they're gonna go backstage and just crawl underneath the food table and just go to sleep. 3, no.
Whoa.
No, no. This is not good. There's weapons involved now.
Yeah, who gave these guys like chairs to play with? Like, this is ridiculous.
Wow, look at this. Whoa, they're doing amazing moves. This is... Oh my God. I mean, Chainsaw, you have to understand that Discussion Davis is the best of the best. He's won titles and everything. He's won huge tournaments himself. He's won every title. He's gone on the longest winning streak. And
I mean, he is the former he was the second SCFLPro world champion. He just lost it right away to Ichabod. Yeah, Bike has no expression on his face right now. He's just watching this happen. He's just like, okay. Like, he's the one who said this was okay. It's a school night. The kids are all
school
in the
night.
arena.
not everybody. It's not a school night for everybody. I keep saying that.
It's like some of these kids might be on spring break, but not all of them.
I mean, Bike has been acting weird since Ichabod. Bike is just this normal guy who then, like, Ichabod shaves his mustache and, like, all this
Right.
stuff is happening with his family. social media call-outs. Like, a lot of stuff has happened with Bike.
Let's not forget he went to the Shadow Realm.
He went to the Shadow Realm and came back. He gained like
Fat.
25 pounds, remember?
Yeah, he came back fat. It was weird.
And then he lost the weight, thankfully. You know, he got healthy.
Yeah, nutrition with the help of Let Lou.
Discussion Davis is covered in blood, gasping for air. This is not the image that any of us expected.
Well, he needs to step it up. He needs to just throw these fuckers around, you know? Like, it's 45 minutes in, and he is just... He is going to go to an hour draw with the Fixers.
Or he loses.
Yeah. You know, these guys are weak. I don't know. He is an idiot for doing this. He is a complete moron. And Bike letting this happen is...
Right, and then, like, I mean, Bike is getting called out by a guy that he thought was his friend, his teammate. And now this guy wants to fight, like, his cousin and, like, his other teammate, or not teammate, but employee. Like Bike is, like, being betrayed. People are coming at Bike from all angles. You got Bradford Culpepper in the food place always pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Maybe Bike is just kind of, like, shutting off. He's just, like, going cold.
Yeah, I mean, this is the situation that the discussion's in. He hit the Champions Fall, his big, weird, like, Razor's Edge powerbomb on one of these jokers. He just, you know, how do you follow up on that? You got another guy right there.
Under the ropes, he's getting lucky a lot, too.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Discussion's getting the shit beaten out of him. Like, this is really bad. Like, at this point, like, I'm, like, pulling for Discussion just because, like this guy might get killed.
This is his
If the Fixers, like, kill Discussion Davis, it's like, right in front of everybody.
He won't get pinned. He won't get submitted. He just won't stop. But it's like he's probably suffering. You know, these guys are weak, but at a certain point,
death by 1,000 paper cuts. You know, like they're
men of this kind of girth jumping all over you. It hurts after a while.
These men are full of gherkins, and like the smells alone are intoxifying. Intoxicating.
They're also getting in each other's way, which is pretty hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, God.
These two men are not coordinated.
They're like just screaming and flailing. This is... What the hell is... Oh, no! The red ball roll up! The red ball roll up! Let Loose shouting he likes it. A discussion is gone. Not many people sell that move. Not many people sell that move.
He's tired. A lot of red balls here tonight.
Like, these men are just bloody and...
It's all Discussion's blood. He's losing like more blood than Sledding lost last night.
Come on, Discussion. You're getting outworked by Let Lou.
He's still taunting, which is ridiculous. Like, he's not doing good work here.
This is brutal. This is... End it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2.9. Come on.
You know, it has to be frustrating for Let Lou and Xylophone.
Oh, God.
This guy for almost an hour.
This is the hardest they've worked in a really long time.
Yeah, they don't have the cardio for this.
God, Let Lou just keeps running. Like the momentum that these men carry.
Oh, my God.
Look at this. Chair to the belly, a fist to the face. Discussion refuses to lose.
Shit with the Fixers, it never goes according to plan, does it? It's just always like, guys are...
Well, now it's like, I mean, there's no way Discussion, he's going to be injured. Oh my God. Discussion is laying in a pool of his own blood, falling on the outside. He's beat. Discussion's going to be out for weeks.
This is literally a man is being defeated by his own hubris. He thought he could make quick work of these guys, and instead, we're closing in on an hour.
He got the shit beaten out of him, and this is it. Like Alex Thompson lost 2. When combined, Let Lou and Salafonis are a very tough man. Like,
you know, Discussion Davis is going to think twice before making stupid challenges.
Mike Bianchi watches on.
You know, I don't even know.
Xylophone is just taking a bunch of bumps. Bike is looking down at Xylophone.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry, cousin.
Discussion's doing this. He's yelling. My God, do something, Discussion.
Put him away. Put him away. God damn it, Discussion. Do it.
Big head kick. Whoa! Discussion might do this.
Oh my God.
Oh, 2. Let Lou kicked out. God damn.
You know, he couldn't get the pin quick enough. That's like the first time he's really gotten a pinfall.
This is so bad.
5 minutes in before he finally gets a pin on one of these jokers.
So, Discussion Davis got the shit beat out of him. Win, lose, or draw here. This really throws everything off. Hey, it looks like Jessica might be waking up.
Whoa.
She's to my right now, looking straight ahead, but she's starting to twitch.
My God, these fixers.
She was at Lucha Libre. Two and a half minutes until this goes somewhere. Well, it's been a really weird show the night after another weird show.
Yeah, this has been a really weird show.
This has been a really weird show.
Discussion Davis is the biggest moron in the league, and this is a league that has Sandra Suzuki, Big Supreme.
And Let Lou and Xylophonist.
Yeah.
All of these men are such idiots.
I mean, Blake might be the biggest idiot. Like, I mean, how does Discussion show his face here anymore? Think of his last couple of months. The failed Philly Davis experiment, getting knocked out cold by Philly, going 30 minutes with Dougie Middle, and now going 60 with the Fixers. Like,
he's lost it. He's getting his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked. Like, it's not cool. Like, all right, cool. You look at them, all 3 of them. Just look at it, terrible. It's one of the worst things that's ever happened in the league. This whole situation is terrible.
Jesus.
I mean, 86%.
I guess people like lost causes.
All right. Well, last night we saw March Sadness. It led into this weird hangover show. I don't even know. But next week, Spencer Morgan will fight Karate Hendrix. The Fixers hopefully will not fight again for a very long time. I believe we're gonna see the dinners. The dinner will be around.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if Bike pulls the trigger on giving his dad a title shot next week too.
Very interesting. I hope that's the case, and maybe we'll see a little bit of Kaizen. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. But we'll
He's
say.
definitely gonna come.
Oh.
Some
Good night.
point.
Good night to everybody.
Good night. Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
Good night.